All right, with me now is Mike Barrett. He's a national security expert and former intel officer for the Department of Defense. Mike, good morning to you.
Morning, Bill.
This is homegrown terrorism. These are two guys without a criminal record. How difficult is it to stop something like this?
Well, this is why we have to rely on layers of defense. So apparently what happened here is we had a great alert citizen. You know, we have vigilance on the part of the American public. They notify the authorities, and then the fusion centers process the information, and then the FBI, JTTF, Joint Terrorism Task Force, conducts the operation and takes them down. So this is a case where the system actually works. I mean, we have to really support these kinds of efforts by both the American public to report suspicious activities, as well as law enforcement, making sure they have the authorities to actually carry these kinds of operations out.
That's like the 1-2 punch, isn't it? Those are our best tools.
They are for this type of terrorism. I mean, there's large-scale international terrorism that's a different game. That's intelligence and military and overseas operations. But this homegrown threat, I mean, we've got prison radicals. They had a case in Torrance, California a few years ago where it was radicals, you know, U.S. citizens radicalized in prison. We've had the Fort Hood shooting, as you mentioned. And again, you know, the military and federal government, all of those locations become what are seen as legitimate targets. The only way to stop that is through good police work. It requires these, you know, the vigilance of the public, and then working in hand with state and local law enforcement.
Yeah, I still think it's critical, too, when you don't have a criminal record. You can really go under the radar, especially here at home. Now, we've had two cases now, one that goes back a week ago, where you had a U.S. Marine in Washington, D.C. that was arrested on suspicion of terrorism or trying to cause harm. Is the system set up for, I guess, our military folks to be screened as properly as they can now?
Well, we do screen them for things like criminal records, you know, and for psychological issues. The problem, of course, we have 1.4 million people in, you know, in uniform. Mm-hmm. That's a huge population, and in any population that large, you're going to have some aberrant characters, which is why we rely, again, on layers of defense. We're not going to be able to stop them from joining, but what we can do is be vigilant and alert, and whenever you see something, you have to say something.
Yeah, good reminders. Thank you, Mike. Mike Barrett.
Thank you.
In Washington.